Good morning, YouTube. Okay, deviled eggs that are absolutely delicious and also pretty good for you. That is a win-win in everybody's book. All right, let's cook, y'all. We got a family to feed. All right, so we have, okay, so I pushed my off button when I didn't mean to. We have 6 deviled eggs and the yolks. Actually, I made 8 deviled eggs and I've got the yolks from like 7 because it seems like you always lose at least 1 or 2 when you're peeling them. At least I do because I'm a klutz. All right, so I've got the yolks and then I've got a good 2 teaspoons of mustard. And here comes a kid.
Mm-hmm. A kid.
A kid.
You mean the best kid that you have.
Have the most humble kid that I have. Here she comes.
Humble and confident.
Yeah. So when I took the yolks out, one of the things that I did was I took my little doohickey.
Doohickey?
My little doohickey. It's a fork. I took the fork and I just squashed it.
Oops. Sorry.
Took the fork and I squashed the yolks. I didn't have any chunks. I have 2 teaspoons, maybe a tablespoon. It wasn't exact. Of Dijon mustard. And then about a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt. So my grandmother's deviled eggs are the best that you've ever had. I mean, that's just how it is. They are absolutely delicious and addictive, but they're full of mayonnaise, which that's why they're so delicious. And we're trying to do a little bit better. And eggs have come down in price, thank God, because they were horrible for a long time. And so we're eating a lot more eggs. So we're doing Greek yogurt instead of the mayonnaise. So we're adding about 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and then we're gonna make some decisions. What are you doing, child?
I'm trying to open the milk. I'm struggling. I'm trying to be quiet.
I like how she does this in the middle of the night too. She comes in and she tries to sneak around, and she's just not sneaky. And I always catch her. I know she's there. She makes noise. She wakes me up. And in the videos, she's always coming in and trying to be quiet. And she always makes noise. So there she is. All right, so here is our filling. And there's a couple of things that we can do here if we choose. So let me get a spoon because we have to adjust our seasonings before we put it in the eggs, of course.
You got a Stomples watching you.
I know I have Wampler watching. Oh, that's really good. You know, I could almost be okay with not having Granny's eggs. All right, so we have a couple things that we can do. I minced up some little dill pickles and some green onion tops. I have not put it in here though, because I am going to attempt, and it's pretty thick because the Greek yogurt is not as thin as mayonnaise. This is normally when I cut the camera because I'm doing something that's going to make me look like an utter klutz. And I cut off the camera, and then I do the thing that's awkward and messy off camera, and then I come back and I'm like, ta-da! After I've cleaned up whatever mess I made, and I act like I didn't do it, or I act like I'm a lot smoother than I am. But you know what? Oh, I think we've been together too long to pretend anymore. All right. So if I had put the pickles and green onions in there, I would have had chunks that wouldn't have come through here. I'm not entirely sure it's going to come through well anyway. If it doesn't work, we're just not going to post this video. All right. So here we go. Oh, look here. They're slippery, but other than that, works like a charm. Okay. All right, so this is actually exactly what we wanted. So here's what we can do with our pickles and or green onions. We have both, so we can use whatever we want. And do them this way. Or just use both. Well, we got them here, why not? So these are a lot lower in fat and higher in protein. Of course, you're not using enough Greek yogurt to wad a pop gun. So, you know, your protein is actually in your egg whites. That little tiny dab of Greek yogurt is not gonna make that much of a difference. What you are doing though is kind of training your taste buds. And that does make a difference. We're not gonna have enough for that last one. Whoop. That's the other thing about when you're making deviled eggs. I do make extra eggs because I never have enough filling. Of course, here's why: you overfill the eggs. All right. Hi, Wampler. Why is he mad at you?
Because I won't give him any Starburst.
Wampler.
And he was just bouncing on me.
Well, Wampler stole a Starburst from Ricky earlier because last night was Halloween. And Ricky had a Starburst, and Ricky was not quite aware of just how sneaky Wampler is. Wampler is a 7-pound miniature long-haired dachshund who is absolutely a carpet shark and will steal your candy. That is delicious. Just to make sure, because, you know, y'all, I gotta take care of you. I just gotta make sure it's good enough for you to have some.
My favorite part about deviled eggs are the white part.
Well, you can have that extra one I just got over there. I'm gonna eat this one because that's flippin' fantastic. You know what? One of some of the best ones I've ever made.
They smell really good.
You should thank me.